good afternoon. Depends where you are in the world, guys. And still recuperating, guys. Still under the weather, man. And but I'm here, guys. I'm here. How's everyone doing, guys? How's everyone doing this morning? You know what I mean? To be this holding the vibes, guys. Holding the vibe this morning and speak about certain things. Wait for some people to log into the live this morning. I want people to leave your comment, guys. Leave your comment. Leave your comment. Leave your comment. On the we're going to discuss certain things today, guys. We all aware of the track star Everett Alayla Everett. You know what I mean? We understand the situation went down a week ago. On the track and field, high school girls, and it's a shame, guys. It's a shame because your guys seeing the thumbnail, you're seeing the title, what I'm going to speak about this morning, and I'm going to share some thoughts this morning. I think it's very important that, thoughts that I'm going to share, I think it's very important, guys, because I work in that field with kids, guys. Even though now I'm working with special need individual, but guys, I work with kids in social service for a couple of years, teenagers, 18, 17, boys and girls. And you know what I mean? Something is not right when it come down to this young lady. Something is not right because she's not being accountable. She's not, for action what she did. She could have hurt that girl. She could have, that girl could have died, guys. Head trauma. We don't know. It doesn't have to be a hard blow. We don't know, and we don't know the consequences this young girl, Tucker, the girl that she hit, will suffer. We don't know. And and this girl, man, people, I am so, I don't know, guys. I don't know, but we're gonna get into it. We're gonna wait for some people to log in this morning, guys. Thank everyone for joining me this morning, guys. Wait for some people to join the chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me turn up my mic let me turn it up so you can hear me nice and loud this morning. And how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing, guys? I appreciate everyone that will come onto the live this morning. It's Saturday morning, guys. Saturday morning, guys. Today is the 15th of March. And I'm gonna share my thought this morning. Wait for a couple people to come into the chat. So welcome to the chat, guys. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to everyone that's coming to the chat this morning, guys. And we're going to speak about this young lady, this track star, young lady that have a whole future ahead of her, and her attitude stinks. You know what I mean? And I keep it real. I don't cut no corner when it come down to right and wrong. There's no in between. Either you're on the right or you're left. There's no in between in the situation, guys. And I have an issue with this young lady. There's 4 people in the chat. There's 11 people in the chat, guys. Press the like button, please. Press the like button so the video go in the algorithm. Today's my second live. I was sick. You know what I mean? I was under the weather for a couple of days. Today's my best day. I said I'm going to do a live today and speak about certain things today about this young lady, Totola. I think her name is Talia Everett. And the other young lady that she assaulted is Tucker. And this young lady, Everett family, I hold them accountable and responsible for this young lady behavior and attitude, and think it's all about her. That attitude stink, and that would never get in her way on the track and field. It's not because she's a cheater. She is a cheater because look at the video when she went out in the public and started to speak. She's laughing first and start to cry. People, this is the propaganda, and her parents, they are accountable. They are in la la land. They are delusional. These people said they blaming social media. Then to top it off, you have the NAACP supporting a young lady in the wrong. Then you want to go cry racism? People, where did people decide to go wrong in society? Where did we? And I cannot speak for no other ethnic background. I'm speaking for the Black community. Why are we supporting a wrong? Why are we going to support a young lady that she's not being held accountable for her action? Good morning. and she want to get empathy. She want to get and there is not one word come out of this young lady family, parents, and her mouth to say I'm sorry to another student that she assaulted. But yet you have the NAACP talking about calling the DA to drop the charges. No, those charges need to stick because this young lady is so ignorant and delusional. She think everything is about her. People, her demeanor, she seems like she's one of those high maintenance, traditional ghetto so-called black girl in the hood. It's all about her attitude, her disgusting attitude. Yes, I'm going deep on her because her parents is being held accountable because they are in a delusional world teaching this lady, teaching this young lady that her behavior and her action is okay. That's what you're teaching this young lady. She's going to go and walk through life thinking everybody, or she's entitled. Entitled to what? It's common sense could tell you she deliberately hit this girl. She deliberately hit this girl with a baton, and she coming on national TV crying, boo, woo, woo, woo. What about my mentor? What about a girl that you assaulted? She have a concussion and most likely a fractured skull. Those batons are very light. They are featherweight. And for you, that means she wind up people. She wind up and she wind up from here and she struck that young lady and she didn't even stop. She didn't even stop and say, oh my God, I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't mean to do it. It was an accident. If she would have done that and stopped, but the race was so important to her because it was a championship where most likely you have scouts, college scouts, you have people in the in the stand, her parents, her coach. It was a lot of pressure on this young girl, and she cannot accept to lose. She cannot accept that she was going to lose that race, and she did. She didn't want to look bad, so she made an excuse. People, it's an excuse. A loser never win, and a quitter never know how to win because you quit. You should have said, you know what, let me try my best and my hardest, and maybe I could come in second. Maybe we're going to have a good finish at the end. But she refused to take any accountability. Then you have people going to a damn rally to support her for what? You supporting this young lady telling her, accidentally, you still should be held accountable for what you did. And she coming on national TV crying and making people think that she's innocent. She's the one that is a victim. Meanwhile, you have a young lady parents that was concerned about her. They ran on the field when that went down. And no one even speaking about that. But you have this damn group that don't do nothing for black people. I keep it real. They don't do nothing because if they were doing something, they will go and do something about the black and black crime. Now, this is a black and black thing, and now they choose inside. They chose the negativity side instead of being fair. Why she's not being fair? Why she didn't? You did it. You did it. There's nothing to say, oh, accident. It doesn't matter if accident or accident or not. You assaulted a young girl, and we don't know if this girl gonna have some. We don't know how of people. We don't know head trauma. Head trauma is very, very serious, guys. You never know how this is gonna affect her in the future. The young lady was saying that when she got hit, she went on the ground. When she got back up, she started feeling headache. That is a sign of a concussion. But yet, we have black people who supporting a girl who did something wrong. And no people, this is when you know our people are so corrupt and so delusional that they are not even have no sympathy and empathy for the person who got assaulted. They're focusing on the person who assaulted a young lady and think she is right. What delusional thinking is that? And you want to know why we always in this type of position? Because we are so caught up on negative things and praise negative things and not praising in positive things. And hear this now. Hear this. Her parents went on TV and want to blame the media for her daughter getting a misdemeanor charge. And not even once, the coaches and the parents of Tucker, the young lady that got assaulted, came on TV and said nobody went over to her daughter and said they are sorry, they apologize. Nobody went over there, guys. Nobody went over there. So now, hear this now. Hear this. Hear the bullshit in our community. And I keep it real. Here is the nonsense and the propaganda in our community. Do you see Al Sharpton saying anything? Do you see Al Sharpton stand on righteousness and truth and fairness? Do you see Al Sharpton come out and make a public statement? Maybe he did, but do you see him coming on TV all the time? Except if it was a DEI, he'd definitely be on TV talking about DEI. Now, this is something directly that he need to address. And the concern for these people is all about money. And my issue is this. If Al Sharpton would have called both parents to a meeting, that's what a leader do. That's what a leader have concern for his people that he's leading, put the people first over his welfare. But no, this is not a racist issue. This is not this is nothing where he could come on TV and make a puppet show and get more donation and more recognition on TV that he's doing something. Instead of Al Sharpton, call these two parents and young lady together and have a conversation to trying to resolve an issue. But yet, every family go on TV, on social media. They're all over Facebook making all type of comments. Or it was intentional. It's intentional or not. Your daughter did something wrong. The accountability and the remorse is not there. And this young lady, you know who she remind me of? Oh my God. Do you know who this young lady remind me of? Angel Reese. This young lady remind me of Angel Reese going on her podcast, talking about all what she want to raise from the woman NBA. She want to raise, she ramping on, she want money. And meanwhile, the woman basketball league is losing money. They just lost $40 million and she want to raise. Delusional world, because these people are fixated on their looks more than their character, more than their morals. This young lady, what she's displaying, the character, saying that she don't have no remorse, and she's not taking accountability. We're going to see how long that type of living going to take her in her life, that type of action. We're going to see cause and effect. This is a warning sign for this young lady and her parents. This is a warning sign, big warning sign. But yet, she refused to look at the warning sign and take accountability because you're a young lady. Yes, it's a mistake if you say it's a mistake. Learn from your mistake. But instead of this young lady learn from her mistakes, she's digging herself deeper and deeper because the character and the morals, what she received, she got it from her parents. And both her parents, guys, to me, they are not doing this young lady justice as a parents that love your daughter, to tell your daughter you did something wrong. I don't care if it was an accidental, you hit another young lady. And they are the same attitude that the daughter displaying is the same attitude the parents are displaying. No accountability, no remorse. No remorse. So everybody could go on social media, talk all they want, talk this, talk that. Oh, this, that. Action speak louder than words. And her action, what she's displaying, is saying she is delusional and she do not want to take accountability, and she do not want to own up to it. She's in denial. She's in denial what she done. But hear this now. They have a saying in Jamaica. Boy, I'll tell you, these sayings always come back because they're true. They have a saying in Jamaica. The higher the monkey climb, picture. They always say the higher you climb in a tree, you expose yourself. And they have another saying, you spit in the sky, it's going to fall right back in your eye. The vibes I'm getting, this is not going to be the first and last we're going to hear from this young girl. It's not going to be the first time and the last time you're going to hear from this young lady, because she's starting a trend, and it starts with her parents that are in denial. And the same energy she put out, the same energy this young girl is pushing out. Let me tell you something, people. When it's ready to come back, because it will come back. It will come back. It might not come back today. It might not come back tomorrow. It might not come back the next day. It might not even come back for the next 20 years from now. But it will come back. And when it comes back, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt because pride come first before someone fall. And right now, the pride of her parents and this young girl is overwhelming. I want you guys to leave your comment in the chat, guys. Leave your comment in the chat. Leave your comment in the chat, guys. I want let me go on into my YouTube studio right now and start leaving some things in the chat. Let your guys, what you guys want to, if you guys want to leave any comment, leave your comment in the chat, guys. I want people to leave their comment in the chat how you feel about this young lady not taking accountability for action, and she's not being remorseful. All she's caring about is herself. She does not care about the person she assaulted, just like her parents. They do not care. Not once I'm seeing them went on TV and say, we apologize for what happened. Nothing, people. Nothing. She's not being, and then you have people come on social media saying that they supporting her. You have a little group of people in Virginia when now say they're supporting this young girl because they think what she did, it was an accident. Accident or not, who is responsible for doing the accident? If there was another person there that did it and she got caught up in it, I understand, but there's no one else there to point the finger at. And she's not even trying to take no type of accountability for her actions. What do you call that? Thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Good morning, guys. Big up to everyone. Big up to everyone in the chat, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming to chat. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate everyone coming in the chat, guys. Leave your comment, guys. How you guys feel? I need the audience to engage, guys. Listen, guys. This is this type of behavior affect everyone, because you're telling a young lady that it's okay for you to assault someone with a baton, and you have to hit that young lady hard to give her a fracture skull and concussion. You hit her hard because you come in, and you know what? This young lady don't know how to handle, and she was going to lose a race. She couldn't handle it. She could not handle it. So that means people. Let me tell you something. I don't know how good of a athlete she is. I don't know. And at this point, her attitude turned me off. Her overall attitude, guys, turned me off. There's nothing that this young lady right now could say to me for me to change my attitude towards her. I don't say I just dislike her behavior and the attitude that she's taken, that is all about her. She's entitled. What about my feelings? What about my mental? What about my mental? She's saying, what about my mental? What about the other young lady? Mental mind as well, mind frame. You assaulted a young lady. You didn't even stop. You did not even stop. And that's the reason why the prosecutor said we have to charge this young lady, because she did it deliberately or not. But whatever it is, you did an action, and instead of you stop the race, you continue to finish the race. You looked at her and you continued the race because you know what you did. You know your hand hit something. Anybody else that run a track like that, they're going to stop. But you decide to finish the race because you figured that the race is more important than a person's well-being. And instead of her parents, instead of her parents teaching this young lady some type of morals or morality, they ran quick to the NNACP to ask them to go intervene, to go speak to the prosecutor for the charges to be dropped. The prosecutor said no. You are being charged with battery and assault because you deliberately hit a young lady with a baton over her head. People, it's not even say she hit her on her leg, in her head, guys. Head trauma. I don't know, guys. Something is wrong. Her teaching and her parents, they are not being accountable for what happened, guys. The parents are in la la land. I blame the parents for her attitude and behavior because she's getting the teaching from where? From home. The teaching her is all about her. Forget about everybody else. It's all about you. No, in sport, you cannot think like that. So the NAACP saying that they went too far. There shouldn't be no charges. The propaganda and the lie of the NNACP, which I don't support because I believe that they are part of the problem. They make deals with people behind doors. Al Sharpton, Dr. Umar, where are they? Where are they? Maybe they did speak out, but where are they? Dr. Umar right now have his own issues. Al Sharpton put DEI, it should come first before anyone else, problems or issues. The parents is going crazy on social media, especially on Facebook. They're posting all type of things on Facebook that it wasn't intentional. Okay, it wasn't intentional, but she did it. And that is the main thing and a concern that a lot of people is overlooking, that who decided to jump on this bandwagon because this young lady shedding some tears. And we know when women cry, she's a very good performer. Keep it real. She's a very good performer. And I hope this video just pop up on them. Wherever, if they're on YouTube, whatever, and the video pop on them, just pop up and let them watch the video and see how people are speaking about what actually they saw and have their own personal view on what took in place. This young lady assaulted someone else's daughter. Hear this now. Let's stop for a minute here. Let's put a stop on this conversation, on the way this conversation is going. We're going to reverse the conversation now. The conversation is going to be reversed. The conversation right now is not about Tucker, the victim. We're going to speak about Everett. She's the victim. Let's For example, let's say she's the one that got assaulted by Tucker. What you think would have happened, people? If Everett was the one, the victim, if Tucker would have assaulted Everett and Everett would have been the victim, what the parents, they would have been outraged. They would have want justice. So why you cannot understand what a next parent is going through? Talking about, oh, they have different angle of the video. Okay, different angle. People, I look at least 3-4 different angle, and it all lead to the same thing. That your delivery from down there came up and hit that girl in back of her head, where the girl now have a fractured skull and a concussion. Immediately, the young girl went down the floor, grabbed her. She said she's trying to get back up, and immediately a headache. Everett, after she hit the girl, you could see that she looked over at the girl on the ground, know what she did, hoping that she was going to get away with it. Hoping she would have got away with what she had done. The young lady Tucker said she got up, and when she got up, she said her head started hurting. That is a sign of a concussion. I had a concussion before, people, and that's the sign of a concussion. Everyone is speaking about Talia Everett, and no one is mentioning the victim, who is Tucker. A 16, 17-year-old girl. She didn't do anything wrong. She just decided that day, they all was competing that day, and she decided, listen, I'm going to win this race. I don't care if Everett is there or not. I'm going to win this race. I don't care how good she is. I'm going to win this race. People, okay. I'm speaking from experience. I ran track and field. I was very athletic. Still are. Still is. I remember one time I was running track because I was on the football team and track and soccer, and you know, we was practicing one day, and the track coach saw me on the football field and I was running. He was like, man, you need to come on the track. I said, why? He said, come on the track. So I used to do 4x1 and 200. Do you know how many times in a track meet, because I was the middleman, I could have been the start off man or the middleman because speed. The first person give you a good start. The second person keep you in the race. The third person, that's the one that gonna try to break away. Look at Usain Bolt and Usain Bolt and what's the other guy name again? Blade. Blade was the one that is just when he's in third, he gonna blaze everyone. He's make if you are behind, he's the one that gonna make up grounds, people. And Blade was fast. He was like speeding, boom. That's the kind of category. Not to put myself on a pat, but that's his category. Either first or third, I used to run. Or the anchor once in a while. But I was always a person that give them the lead off. Boom, just blow past everybody. Boom. And if I'm in third, if we behind, I'm going to make up ground, because the person who is the last person that going to take it home, that person is fit people. He have gears like Bolt. They have gears. So one day we in a truck meet, and we all started off, boom, one guy bumped me. So I had to, you know what I mean? But I never once pick up my baton to go like that, guys, because your hand is here, guys. Your hand is here at all times with the feather baton. The baton weight a featherweight, guys. It don't mean, but you could hit someone, or it's still something that you could grab and hold. It's still an object. It's still an object. Someone hit me, but I never once. He came in my lane. I went in his lane, but we never once decide to trip someone or pick up our baton to hit someone. We've never done that, guys. We've never done that in track because you are trained to be disciplined. And I said it before. The only reason why this girl did that because she had the fear she was going to lose that race. And it would have looked bad for her because her parents was there. Scout was there. A lot of people was in the bleachers. It was a champion competition, guys. A lot of college, that's where they come to see these athletes. Oh man, I want to go see. So they go get drafted to go to college, get the scholarship. That's what she wanted. Her focus on the scholarship, any means necessary. But at the expense of another 16, 17-year-old girl. What about her feelings? What about her mental stage as well? And the thing that surprised me, where a lot of people who prefer to go support someone in the wrong is people who are close family, no one outside of that. The people that went to this so-called rally were just a handful of people, guys. Handful of people. Handful of people. Handful of people. Handful of people. I read some of the comments on social media. Some of them was very, 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 not too disturbing, but just plain facts, guys. Where is accountability? Where's the remorse? That is the problem that I have with this girl. That's the biggest problem that I have with this young girl. She's not being held accountable for her action. And if this young lady continue to live and go out, be older and get as an older, getting older, and she still have that mentality that she's entitled, the world older, she's innocent, she could do anything and get away with it, she's not going to go far in sport, guys. And I guarantee you, a lot of people will start to separate themselves from her because they do not like her attitude. People, I guarantee you, this is not going to be the last of it. It's got people. Let me tell you something. When you're in denial of something, reality have a way to expose it to you directly and embarrass you. If you don't humble yourself in life with certain situation, knowing when you're wrong, and humble yourself and say, you know what, let me humble myself and be grateful. But when you're not appreciative of things and think that you're right and keep living in life and think, oh, people, that energy will come back around. It's going to come back around to her. The energy going to come back around to her because this young lady do not want to humble, and she's in delusional, and she don't want to take accountability. But guess what now? Life is this. Accountability will come back regardless if you don't want it or not. Consequences of your action. The universe is watching. The universe is watching. And when you think you're so up and mighty and proud and full of pride, the universe find a way to humble you, bring you back down to earth, and say, wake up, because you are not living in reality. And one thing with reality is this: once reality hits you, There's nothing you could do about it because it's just reality, people. Either you accept it or not. And this young lady right now is refusing to be remorseful, to take accountability for her action. So there is a thing called pride. Pride. Pride come before a fall. And this young lady not taking no type of accountability for nothing for her action, guys. That's what hurt me the most. That's what hurt me the most, guys. She's not taking no type of accountability for her action. She's not taking no accountability for action. She's not. She's not. She's not taking no accountability. Nothing, nothing. Welcome to the live, guys. Welcome. She's not taking no accountability. Her parents, and that is where she's get her so-called character and morals from her parents, because they the one that's setting the example for her, and it appears that they share the same type of value, and they pass it on to the daughter, and the daughter said she's okay with that type of entitlement, in denial, not taking accountability, not being remorseful. Not even once she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." She's not saying nothing to the person that she assaulted. Nothing. So that leads me up to say this girl don't care. She don't care. She have an attitude that she don't care, people, and I don't like her attitude. Me personally, like I said, I work with kids for years and years, and something is off with that girl. Something is off with that girl. She had look at her parents. Check out her parents, guys. I'm not coming on here trying to, throw darts at her and say, "Oh, she's a bad person." I didn't say she's a bad person. I didn't once, and I don't want nobody to come and say, "Oh, YARDCHAT going around and say she's a bad person." No, I'm not saying she's a bad. I'm saying she's not being held accountable and she's not remorseful. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. She's not being remorseful. She's not. And not even once she's taken. Let me put this hat. Oh man, I want my hat to show, guys. Oh, and the hats coming Monday, guys. I have new hats coming Monday. This is my shirt I had on. I took it off. The hats coming on Monday, guys. So if you need a hat, hit me up. YARDCHAT, I have different people. I have all different flavors coming Monday. But you know what I mean? I would do a video about it, guys. But let's get back to, so she's not being held accountable for her action. Nothing. She's not being held accountable, guys. And that's a sad thing, because her parents look like they are think that they're entitled. The way they're talking, the way they're going online, people. It's sad. It's sad. I just don't know, guys. It's oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. So as far as I know, they saying that the NAACP, they want to ask the DA to throw out the charges. But I don't really think those charges could throw out, guys, because it's plain like night and day, black and white, that it doesn't matter if it was intentional or accidentally, you deliver something. Not, I'm not even going to say deliberately. You assaulted someone with your baton. That's what it is. You assaulted another young girl. And the thing is that got me so upset, guys. The parents, not even once they coming on national TV. Oh my God, we apologize to the family. You know what I mean? On behalf of my daughter, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. It shouldn't have went like that. Anything we could do. How's your daughter? Is your daughter okay? None of that. And she's coming on social media, and not even once she's holding up to her accountability. She not even once say, "Oh, I'm sorry to Miss Tucker, the girl that I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. I apologize." The girl said she left, she ran. She didn't even stop in the race, guys. She did not stop. So what that's telling you, where should you learn that from? That is not nothing in track you learn. If someone got hurt and you tangled up with someone and you did something because you hit the girl and you kept on running because you figured that, oops, they're not going to see it. You know what I mean? She's not going to beat me, but I will come in second or third or whatever. But you hit another girl with a baton and you think it's okay. You think it's okay, and it's not okay. And you have all of these people coming on social media talking about she have a lot of supporters, man. She's having support, but people, I don't think she this is not because I went online and some of the comment people are saying, people, they are right. They are I don't see, you know what I mean, away from the hate, talking about she received death threats, and I think I don't think so. I don't think so. No, guys, no, 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 no. I mean, but the thing that puzzles me is this: if you know you did something wrong, which she did, intentionally or not, you did something wrong. I know if okay, if I'm at work, right, and say I'm mopping the floor, and we know when you mop the floor, you have to put the sign there. You have to put the sign there to let people know the floor is wet. So if you decide to walk on the floor, that is your own risk you taken. But if there is no sign there and I slip and fall, who will be held accountable? It's not saying I did it intentionally or accidentally. It happened. It just occurred. It happens, guys. So who will be held accountable? I will, because I mopped the floor and I did not take the proper procedure to put the sign there, caution, wet floor. So I will be held accountable. I could get written up for that. Same situation this is. Accidentally, intentionally, whatever it is, it happened on your watch. You cannot blame the other runner. She never hit you. You hit her. Intentionally or not, you have to be held accountable. And that's the whole thing that people not looking. This young lady is not being held accountable, and her parents are the one that okay with it. They the one have that type of mindset for their daughter. Do not be accountable. No, no, don't take that. Oh, we're gonna go to court, we're gonna get it taken off a record. It doesn't matter. It happens. The whole world seen it. Millions and millions of people saw it. And that young lady gonna have to live with that. You think you're doing any justice? The parents of Everett, Aaliyah, whatever her name is. I don't even know if I know her name is Everett. I don't want to be disrespectful and mess up her name like that. But she's the one that have to be held accountable for what she did. She must, and the judge will be hold her accountable, either community service or probation or something. Go to some type of class to get some type of eloquent. How to treat others. Go do some hospitality work. Go in a nursing home. Go do something for someone else instead of for yourself. That's what she need to do. That is what she need to do. She need to be held accountable. And the judge And the judge in this case, I think the judge probably will make sure that she go to some type of class or some type of accountability, something. She's not gonna go with a slap on the wrist. No, no, no slap on the wrist. No slap on the wrist. No slap. No slap on the wrist, guys. So I just don't understand how a parent of a 16, 17-year-old girl teaching your daughter to have an attitude like their parents that nobody else matters, only their daughter. How you as a parent looking at the next parent who have a daughter that your daughter assaulted and you don't have no type of remorse, no type of accountability, nothing, nothing, nothing. That's cold, man. That is cold. That is heartless, people. That is heartless. But that is the world that we live in, guys. That's the world that we live in. That's the world that we live in, because you have these people think that they're entitled, and nobody else time or effort matter. It's all about them. And right now, Everett displaying that everything is about her. What about my mental? What about how I feel? I didn't do it intentionally. It was an accident. Everything is I. You have to listen to when people talk, guys. I, me, myself, and I. Those people, they feel like they are entitled because they always speak about themselves. They put themselves first over other people. We're going to see how far this attitude go with this young lady. And if she don't develop skills how to accept and acknowledge certain things in her life, she's going to grow up and she's going to get herself in trouble, guys. She's going to get herself in trouble. Let me tell you something. If she don't change her behavior and the way she think that she's entitled, that she didn't do nothing wrong, even though it was an accident, it was an accident. If an accident, you still got to be held accountable. You know what an accident is? Do you know what an accident, people? An accident happened when you do not have no intention, when something just happened and you didn't do it. It just happened. It's like you're driving down the street. God forbid. God forbid. God forbid. You drive down the street. You have the right of way. Somebody just ran across the street. You hit that person. That's an accident. That's an accident. Because you didn't do nothing to engage in that type of behavior or action for it to cause the consequences and the outcome. No, you didn't do nothing. You were just driving and somebody ran out in the middle of the street. You didn't, that person just ran out, you hit that person, oh my God. And immediately what you do, you stop. Immediately you stop and you come out your car and you say, wait a minute here, what's going on? Oh my God, I'm sorry, it was an accident. I didn't see you. You just came right out the street. That's an accident, guys. This is not an accident. This is not an accident. That's why she's being charged. And I believe the judge, I can't wait for this to go to court. I cannot wait for this to go to court, because let me tell you something. She better pray it doesn't go to court, because talk a lawyer, if it come down to that, why you didn't stop when this happened? She's not going to have an answer. Or I want to finish the race. The race is more important from the action you just did. I just explained someone just jump out the street, you drive, that's an accident, guys. But in this case, it's not an accident. Because it showed that the person was there, the person was there, you seen all that, so you deliberately didn't want to lose a race. Instead of you say, you know what, let me work a little bit harder, you made an excuse for yourself to hit this young lady, fracture her skull, concussion, and you the one coming on TV crying and say you the victim. What about your mental? And you're not even being considered. Oh my God, man. How could any parents raise a child like that? that do not consider and have mindset and compassion for no one else, even though you did something wrong. There's something wrong in our community. There is something definitely wrong in our community. It's sad, guys. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. I am sick of it. It's the same thing. Also, I'm going off on a limb here. When a person's alive, when a person is alive, right? We're going to speak a little bit about Angie Stone. We all know she had some issues. Tyler Perry at her funeral came out and said, "Blam blam, stone." We all real that. It seemed to me in our community we value more people when they're dead than they're alive. I'm going to say it again. It seemed to me in our community we value people more when they're dead and when they're alive. I saw a video online on Instagram and I replied back to it. And they replied back to me talking about to join some type of damn community. I said no. I didn't say reply, but no, thank you. They post that Angie Stone music stream how many million times and this and that, people buying her music and this and that and this and that. And I replied back, I said, how ironic this is. When she was here in this dimension, nobody was buying her music. Nobody was streaming her music. But soon as she transitioned, her music went rocket high. So I said to the person, I said, how ironic this is. She's no longer in this dimension, and we wait till a person no longer in this can see us. We don't know. But cannot hear is not engaged in this realm with us. But yet, a dead person will get more money, make more money than the person who when she were alive to enjoy the labor, the crops from her labor. She had to go on tour because she had to go. She had to live. She didn't have no money. They were taking her money. But it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. So this is what I'm saying. It seemed like in our community, we value the person more when they're dead. We want to go out, we want to buy their t-shirts, we want to stream their music, we want to do this, we want to do that, we want to do all of that. But when the person was here in this dimension, we all overlooked them. I don't know, guys. I just don't know, especially in the music industry. It's very dangerous, guys. And another thing, in the music industry, people sign contracts. There is a thing called in your contract prunity, something like, I'm not sure what it is, but it's sort with a PR. I don't know. I can't word cannot. But if that word is in your contract, you are doomed. Because all the royalties that come, you don't get one red cent. So all of these people you see in the music industry now that suffering, check out their contract. Check out their contract. End of the story. We're not talking about the Andrew Stone, beautiful lady. May she find a resting place, because we oftentimes come on social media and talk about, yeah, this person was a good person. Listen, we don't know. We don't know anyone behind closed doors. We only see what they project in public to us. So I am not going to say, because we don't know. We don't know. Just because you see a person live their life this, we don't know. We don't know what the person do behind doors. We don't know, guys. We don't know. I'm not saying she's a bad person. I'm not saying she's a bad person. But all I'm saying, we don't know a person behind closed doors. That's all I gotta say about her. You know what I mean? And something is up with that too. You know, but it's not here or there with that, because hear this now. It doesn't matter what we find out. It's not going to change the situation. And the same situation with this young lady here. It is what it is. And if she don't take accountability for her action, it is what it is. She's going to have to live with it. She's living with it now. I guarantee you, she's living with it now, and she's gonna have to live with it. She's gonna have to live with the decision that she made. And she said she didn't do anything wrong. Do you remember do you remember that girl used to run track? Jones? Was it Miriam Jones? Yeah. What happened? Okay. Accountability. Do you think colleges are not watching this girl behavior and she's not taking no type of accountability? And they know, especially these big time track people, the track stars on internet, in colleges, they know, they study track. These people live and breathe track. They know they don't want that type of behavior on their team. No. And you get no. She the sad thing about this young lady, she think what she's doing is something good. She don't understand a lot of scouts in college are watching her and said, we don't care how good she is, that type of behavior, what she display and character, not taking not being remorseful, no accountability. We don't want that type of attitude in our team. No, 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 no. Because she gonna come on the team with a negative vibes. Listen, I guarantee you this type of behavior is not the first time. I didn't do no research on her. I didn't do no research on her. I don't know how good she is in track, but they say she's a track star. I don't know how good she is, but it seemed to me she was going to lose that race. It seemed to me that Tucker decided to come in and make this a competition, and she didn't know how to handle it. She did not know how to handle it. She's going to lose this race, and she decided. She said, "Oh my God, you know what I mean? If she girl to the curve, and sometimes when you curve, because you want that curve, you want that like a slingshot. All of these track star, listen, I remember when I used to run track, right? And I come to the curve, guys, and let me tell you something. When I go to the curve, when I'm coming to the curve, I speed up because it's going to take you around, and that's what she did. You come in and you want to speed up. As soon as you hit the curve, you want it to, because guess what? It's you come in with your speed and your pressure and the force, and you're just gonna move, and you're moving past her, and that's what happened. She was about to pass her, which she did, and she could not handle it. That Tucker overtake her, and she didn't know how to handle it. She didn't know how to handle it because she was going to lose the race. And she seemed to me she didn't have anything left. But Tucker was the one that was going forward. And she said, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to pass you. I don't care if you're a track star. I'm here. I'm a track star too myself. But this girl yet didn't take no type of accountability. But it is what it is, guys. You know what I mean? What can you do? We don't. I'm just gonna watch. I'm just gonna sit down and watch this video. Not watch. I'm just gonna sit down and watch the outcome of everything. Because she's going on social media talking about a lot of people for the support. Thank you, I believe thank you for the close people that believe me. No, but I don't believe you. I don't believe you because the video saying that you hit this girl and you said you didn't. That's what you're saying. You say you didn't do it, and the video show plain 1, 2, 3 that you hit this girl in her head. She went to the doctor, concussion, and a fracture skull. What are you going to say about that? What are you going to say about that? As a parent, where is the concern as a parent for another child as a parent, knowing how that parent will feel? Still under the weather, guys. I don't know. Guys, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I really don't know how anyone in their right mind could say that, this type of behavior is permitted, and she think her attitude, she think she didn't do anything wrong, and that's what scared me, guys. She thinking she didn't do nothing wrong, and that's the problem, and that is a problem, guys. She believes she didn't do anything wrong at all, and for a person to believe that they didn't do anything wrong at all, that mean they have some problem with accepting the truth. She have a problem accepting the truth, and she believed that if she live in this delusional world, it's okay because her parents said it's okay because her parents they both living in that delusional world. They don't want to take no type of accountability for what this girl has done. Nothing, nothing. And when you look at it, who you going to blame? You're not going to blame you look at the household. You look at the parents. You look at the morals. That's what you look at. And if the parents, you know, I don't know, guys. I mean, it's man. I don't know, guys. It's sad, man. I just don't understand. Anyone in their right mind could just allow anyone to continue in that type of mindset and think that what they're doing is okay, and it's not right, guys. What they're doing is wrong, and you know what I mean. She gonna have to pay it. She gonna have to learn the hard way. Unfortunately, guys, she going to learn the hard way in life. She gonna learn the hard way because there is no way that you think that what you did or you're not responsible for. Who is responsible? Did somebody just came out the stand and hit this girl over the head and put the baton on your hand and ran off and blame you? No, you did it. So so when this go to court, this is what I'm waiting for this to go to court. They have to go to court. And we will see what the judge is going to say. And I believe the judge will ask her, and it doesn't matter what she said, the judge is going to ask her who's responsible. Who is responsible for this girl getting a concussion and a fractured skull? Who's responsible for that? You can't blame an accident for that. An accident happened when someone do something. So it wasn't an accident. You can't blame, the accident did it. The accident is not a person. So it's the person behind it who caused the accident. So the judge going to ask her, okay, this happened. But the judge going to say, do you know due to your actions? And I think she need to go to the court so she could actually get some valuable, good, some good, valuable counseling from someone who, beside a coach, a friend, her parents, someone who's totally neutral to this experience, and just tell her who you think is responsible for this. And that is the question no one is asking that young lady. She coming on social media talking, and no one is asking her, do you feel you are responsible? No one is asking her that question. And that's the question that needs to be answered. To ask, do you feel that you are responsible? Who's responsible for this? That's what you need to ask her. Who is responsible for Tucker getting a concussion and a brain fracture? Who's responsible for that? Who's responsible? The accident? Oh, it's an accident. No, who's responsible? Okay. Then it's sad. Then you have the NAACP involved trying to reach out to the prosecutor talking about drop the charges. It wasn't no need for that. No, there is a need for that. Then I'm seeing the paper racism. What racism? What? You talking about race? Oh my God, man. Oh Jesus. Tell you, I don't know, guys. Man, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. No one want to be truthful in this situation. That's the problem. No one want to face the facts. That's the problem in our community. We do not want to be held accountable for our action. That's the problem. We don't want to be held accountable. And if we're not held accountable, who else going to be held accountable for the situation? We can't blame Tucker. Tucker didn't hit himself with a baton over her head. I mean, it's crazy, guys. You know what I mean? But we will know. We will know. We will know. I can't wait for them to go to court, and I pray to God that this situation, she needs some type of life lesson in schooling, that she don't have the right to hit someone, even though it's an accident. You assaulted another person with a baton. And my question is this: we know the baton is not that heavy; it's light featherweight, but when you have an object in your hand, you could turn it into a weapon. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a phone. It could be a lamp. It could be this. You could turn this into a weapon because you could hit someone. You could turn this exactly into a weapon. This journal here, you could hit someone a couple of times in their head with it. It's a weapon. It might not hurt them like to extent maybe to cause really harm, but they're going to be hurt. You could hit that person on the hand. You assaulted that person. You have this pencil here. The pencil's a pencil, but you could use this pencil as a weapon. So you're running with your baton. You're running with your baton. And where I look at the video, guys, she's coming from way down here, and she came up and she went boom, and her hand went back, and she looked, and she kept on running, guys. Who's responsible for that? This is what I want the judge to ask, and I'm sure the judge is going to ask her. Who is responsible for this? That's what I want to know. And this is the question that Black people are so ignorant. They quick to go support someone and say, "Oh, we're going to support her because it was an accident and did that." No, how can you? She still did it. It don't make no sense to me what these people are doing a rally to support her for what? What are you supporting her on what? You saying to this young lady, "Oh, you know what? You did something wrong, but it was an accident. You're not responsible for that. You can't be held responsible for that. No, you're giving this girl bad a bad life lesson." And the thing is this: instead of this being a teachable moment for this young lady, she turned it into all about her. What about my feelings? How I feel? How about my mental? I don't give a damn about your mental. I do, but in this case, it's not about you. It's not about you. It's about the action and now the consequences behind your action. So who will be held accountable for your action? You want to blame the coach? You want to blame your parents? No, you are. You the one probably going to be a probation. You the one probably going to have to do community service. And I think she need to go to community service to be in social service, to serve others. To serve others. She need to be taught a lesson from this. And her parents, they are contributing to her behavior and how her character is, because when you see the parents on TV, people, they are so proud, like they are so like proud, like their daughter is like gold. Seem to me they don't put no type of accountability on their daughter. She too good for that because they want her to be a track star. They want her to be out. You know, that's what it is. That they go to any means necessary for their daughter to be a track star. They don't care what she do, who she hurt. They don't care. It's all about their daughter. They don't care about another person's daughter. Because not even once they apologize to Tucker, the girl that, that she assaulted. Not even once. Not even once. Not even once they apologize. So what that's telling you, that means they are self-centered. It's all about them. And unfortunately, this is a wake-up call, and the judge is going to give them a wake-up call. I guarantee you, let me tell you something. The judge is going to give her a wake-up call. The judge will give her a wake-up call. And the parents, I know the judge is going to go in their parents, and he's going to say, you are responsible because your guys, what are you teaching your daughter? What are you teaching this young lady? What she's learning from this? She's learning this, saying she's an accident is not her fault. She's not she shouldn't be held accountable. And I didn't do anything wrong, so why should I feel remorse? I didn't do anything wrong. It's just an accident. I didn't do anything wrong. So keep that attitude, man. Keep that same energy, and we're going to see how that energy take you into this world. Because let me tell you something. Nobody's going to put up with your nonsense. And right now, you think people don't know of this video? They know that you are a track star, and the college you go to, other students gonna be like, they don't want to be around you because you're not being truthful to yourself. You're being a fraud. Wherever college you go to, people are gonna know who you are, your character. They don't care how you're a track star, how good you are. Your character will knock everything down because you telling the people, I'm perfect. I'm entitled. Whatever I say goes. I didn't do anything wrong. She bumped into me. The baton and this and that. I lost control. Not even once where she said she was out of control or out of balance of what? You didn't none of this, none of that happened. You know when somebody passed by you and hit you hard, in track, number one, when someone in track hits you, you're not expecting, so you automatically your body like none of that happened, guys. There was a little bit rubbing, but they expect that because that's part of track. When you take that curve, you might rub on, but most likely you're not gonna go into that person's lane, and because that person passing you now, you're gonna whack over the head and look to her when she fall on the ground and put your hand and just kept on moving. Come on. She didn't want to lose, guys. She didn't want to lose, and people gonna try her because they're saying that she's not that good. She don't know how to accept when she's about to lose a race, and it's not about how you. It's oh boy, guys. I don't know, man. Am I wrong? I don't know, guys. This girl, she need help. She need help. She need help. You think I'm wrong, guys? Do you think is she right or she's wrong? Was it an accident, guys, or not? Was it an accident? There's a couple people in the chat. Was it an accident or not? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Now they getting the NAACP, the NAACP involved. They contact the district attorney trying to drop the charges. I don't think so, guys. For the DA, let's talk about getting a little bit of DA now. For the DA to come up to say, they found her, there's probably cause to charge her with that because they probably look at the video, expert probably look at it and saying, her body language, boom, 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 and I mean, they thinking that she did it deliberately. That's what the DA say. Because DA charge her. So, I want to know when she's going to court because, guys, we have to keep a very close eye on this because I'm sure the DA and the judge, they're going to say something to her. They're going to have to. She, I'm sure they're going to ask her why you feel this is not your fault. Who anyone else away from you and Tucker? There was other female on the track, yeah, but they was not involved. Between you and Tucker, who else was involved? Nobody. Who got hit? Tucker. When Tucker got hit, oh, I hit her. Who hit Tucker? I did. What you hit Tucker with? With a baton. Where Tucker got hit? And back of her head. Did she pass out? No, but she fall out the race and she had a concussion and a fractured skull. But who did that? Okay, Miss Everett, I know it's an accident, but who did it? and you feel that a person who did something not entitled to be held accountable, that's what the judge is going to say. You have to be held accountable. It's not saying you're going to go to jail for the rest of your life, but this is a life lesson that this young girl do not want to learn. She refusing to take responsibility of her action, and that's a problem. And the judge, I believe the judge is going to point that out, that you are not being held accountable. That's the whole thing. And her parents cannot even answer that question. I hope this video come across them. And my question to the parents of Everett: why your daughter not being held accountable for her action? It doesn't matter if it's accidentally or not. Someone have to be held accountable because a girl got hit and received a concussion and a fractured skull. Someone have to be. So who did it? So the person who did it, don't you think the person that did should be held accountable? Not saying she should be punished or thrown in jail, but no, I believe this girl needs probation, and I believe she needs community service. And the community service that she need to go serve others. Hospitality. She need to go and learn how to serve others, because that would change her attitude. Her attitude stink, guys. She got a bad attitude. Her attitude is same as what you call it, Angel Reese. They look alike. The attitude like they entitled this and that and this and that. No, you're not. Who are you? You're not entitled to get nothing. You have to work hard for what you get, and you just can't just people just give you things. And this young girl, people like that. Let me tell you something. If she don't change her attitude, guys, everything she accomplished, it's not going to last. It's not going to last, guys. It's not going to last, because people will see her attitude and her behavior and her accountability, and she don't want to be remorseful. She just think it's all about her. Like she said, every word that came out of that young lady's mouth was all about my, my. That was it. So where is accountability? Nowhere in sight. Oh my God, people. This is sad. This is sad. So we are hour into the live, guys. We are hour and 17 minutes. We're gonna try to go for 2 hours, guys. You know what I mean? Working on the watch time, guys. And also, guys, you need to go watch the movie. Go watch the video with Coca T. I put that video doing very well. Thank everybody that watching and sharing it. And you know what I mean? When I do, listen, guys, when I do videos, man, I just try to keep it real, up to date, what's going on in the world. And we know Jakor coming up. Jakor court cases coming up in June 9th. No, June 18th. Reggae artist Jakor been in prison over there in the Netherlands for about 2 years, 3 years now. Since 22, yeah, about 3 years. We know that he was charged with attempted murder, but the judge threw that out because the judge said it wasn't premeditated, blah blah blah, and the judge, but the I think they did with the assault. You know what I mean? He said he get held for the assault, but the thing is, the judge, not the judge, his lawyer appealed the case. And for a while now, so now the appeal is coming around June 18, where this is where they're gonna have to make a decision if they charge this man. But the prosecutor, they the one that is pushing it for the murder charge should be stand. Cause people, like I said in a video that I did, they want blood. They want blood. And right now, you know what I mean, Jakor, there's a strong possibility he might be free, and there's a strong possibility that they might. But I have a good feeling, because you have a judge that said that he's not going to charge this man for murder, because it wasn't premeditated. The man, he didn't die. What I mean, they charge him with like assault or whatever. But you know what I mean, man, it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. We live in a crazy time, crazy world. You know what I mean? People have to held accountable. Same thing. Jacor have to be held accountable. And the judge said that he doing 3 years, guys, but the DA they want the whole 6 years. So if Jacor don't come out, you're gonna have to do the whole 6 years. You got to do 3 more years if you don't come out. So you're gonna probably come out what 26, 27, 28. 3 more years, the year 2028. I mean, and by that time, Jacor be like, what, probably like 51, 52, 53 years old. Not old, not young, but all them years going, guys. But the prosecutor, man, he's saying he want blood. He's the one that really pushing it. So, man, that's enough. It's crazy, guys. And also, too, we have Ninja Man also. Ninja Man also appealing his case, but we have some unfortunate that his lawyer, Valerie Robinson, she passed away, but according to the news update, they still pursuing to go for the appeal, and we know where the appeal go. We know it got to go all the way to the UK. People, we know, and we know. Just last year, Cartel just squash, and also Nevada son squash. So we're hoping that you know Jacor and what you call Ninja Man case could be squashed. But where not Jacor in the Netherlands, but um what you call it Ninja Man have to his appeal have to go to the UK. Got to go to the King Charles. Have to look into it and see. But according to his lawyer, according to the Ninja Man lawyer, before she passed, she said that this man it was unfair. His trial was unfair. So she appealed the case, but right now, she passed. And Ninja Man said, man, he's heartbroken over that because he said this lady was so very nice, treat him like, like her own son, you know what I mean? And even Ninja Man would say, listen, this lady was like his second mother. And she would miss. But I'm sure she set up people there to handle his case and things like that. So we will see the next couple of weeks how things work out with these 2 cases, man. But man, I tell you, the situation with Jacor, man, it's tight, guys. It's a tight situation, man. But man, I mean, it's 50-50, man. It's crazy, guys. Crazy. But Jacor been up for like what 3 years now, yeah. So if you don't get, if they don't, then unfortunately, then he's gonna have to spend, the time in prison, Yeah. Yep. So everything go, guys. Guys, make sure you press like, share, man. Share the videos. I'm just checking my sound because sometimes, sometimes it's crazy because if you don't, check the sound sometimes you think, but I had to rewire my whole system over. I like it now. I like how it's set up. I like how everything's set up. Let me see my little thing back here, guys. You know what I mean? My little, this one I'm going to put all the new hats, guys. So the hat's coming on Monday. The hat's coming on Monday, guys. So I'm going to have, some hats here display. You know what I mean? This is my shelf that I put in here. I have another shelf up here. I mean, one of my audience said, "Oh, YARDCHAT, change up. The studio is too plain. I want to get a color. I want to paint. I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. I want to do maybe a nice, I want to, I don't know. I want to put something nice on the walls, a nice paint, so make it look, but that's not the number one priority right now. You just keep, pushing good content and, realistic content and my thoughts. And just like I share my thoughts with this young girl this morning, that was the main topic this morning by this young girl that not taking accountability for action and, crying and making people feel sorry for her and not being held accountable. And you didn't even, to what the parents say of the person that she assaulted, Tucker, these people, they're not real. They're not realistically. They don't even come in, apologize, nothing. It's sad, man. It's sad that you have a young lady, young girl, not lady, young girl, assaulted another young girl and refused to be held accountable for what she has done. Man, that's sad. But you showing the teaching is not her; it's coming from her parents. They the one that teach their daughter like that. No matter what you do. So that's on them. That's on them, guys. That's on them. That's on them. That's on them. You know what I mean? It's crazy, guys. Crazy, crazy, crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I mean? But what can you do, guys? What can you do? Appreciate everyone coming. Thank you for the five likes. Yeah. I'm still under the weather, man. Still under the weather, but thank God. You know what I mean? Feel a little bit better now. A little bit better. Feel a little bit better, but it's what I mean, a little bit better, but what I mean, feel a little bit better today, but what I mean, away from that, guys, what I mean, it's the I just can't get over this girl, man. I just can't get over her. She's not being, be responsible for her action. It's like she don't. It's like she's not there. It's like she's in la la land, man. I just think she just look at things. I don't know, man. She look at things different, but I don't know. Then you have to look at her parents. They the one. That's the household. And when I look at the parents, they doing the same thing that the daughter doing. No one is taking accountability for their action, and that's what scared me. To be honest, as a parent, if another parent child assaulted my child, and the parent can't sit down and talk to me and say, "Oh man, we apologize, we're sorry." What I mean? It was an accident, but what I mean? Is your daughter okay? She have a concussion. Oh my God, is she all right? But you didn't do that, so now they're gonna be sued, guy. All of this going to be avoided, but it's just people with their pride. They think they're better than you. So now the judge now is going to go into court, and now you know both of you are gonna have to make your case, present it before the judge. But the judge going in this case, and it's not say you're gonna decide on one side. No, you want it. You know what you saw in the video, and you're hoping the person that did the crime, will be honest enough and completely tell you what went down. But to me, she's sticking to a story. But DA say, yeah, you could keep the story, but we looking and we doing our investigation, and we spoke to the person that you hit and other people, your attitude, all of that. So see, they don't understand that the DA, you know, they the prosecutor, they the one trying you. So if you better make sure you cross your I and dot your I, because cross your T and dot your I, because if you claim that you are a so-called actor, you don't do nothing, you better make sure, because they're going to speak to everyone in the school, especially on the track team. Her attitude, how is her attitude? So if you don't want to get humiliated and go down that road, you better be honest. You better be honest with yourself, because the video looked very convincing what you did. Put it that way. The video looked very convincing what you did and the intention behind it. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. The intention, it seemed, and what you had, the intention, and it seemed to me, you couldn't handle losing the race. You couldn't handle it. Could not handle it. So you decide to do what you want to do, and now you're gonna suffer the consequence of your action. And regardless of how the judge deal with the situation, I believe the parents need to sit down with that young lady and talk to her and explain to her what she did is wrong. We're not saying it wasn't an accident. We are not saying that. But what I'm saying, you fractured another person's skull and you gave them a concussion. What if that was you? How would you feel? And I'm sure the room will go very quiet, very quiet. You could hear you could hear we call it cheeping at night. You could hear the bugs because it's going to be quiet and they're not going to answer. They don't listen. No, it is what it is, guys. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But once again, man, showing you that people with their pride, pride, and still not being held accountable for their actions. Sad, sad, guys, sad. You know what I mean? It is what it is, guys. But you know, at the end of the day, they're gonna go to court. They're gonna go to court, guys. Guys, still under the weather, man. I'm still under the weather. I'm still under the weather. Man, still under the weather, man. I'm just not feeling well. You know what I mean? I'm feeling better, but still, you know, just oh man, tell you. You know, man, let me tell you something. I don't even want to speak about because I'm not feeling well. I don't even want to speak because I was gonna make a live. I did make a video about my sickness, but I want to make a video about it for real. I mean, for real, because I don't understand the purpose of everyone a couple years ago, so called this pandemic, and it seemed like everybody on YouTube don't want to speak about it. You know, I don't know because they were saying YouTube was. I don't know, man. It's just this all just corruption to me. Everything is corruption. Everything is corruption in this world. You know what I mean? Listen, the world lost its principle, plain and simple with that. Because I don't understand. You know, the pandemic happened 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Everybody was scared, this and that. My sister passed from from COVID, real fact. You know what I mean? I'm not scared to say it. My sister died from it, and it is what it is. But what I'm saying is this: they made every person in the United States that if you want to keep your job or you want to be just that whatever it is, to go out and to inquire this immunization or whatever you want to call it to protect, just like the flu. I never took no flu vaccine for never, guys, never. And I don't even know if I could speak about this because I noticed I went to my doctor and I told my doctor. She looked at me and he looked at me because I have a female and a male doctor. He looked at me and it was like I said, ever since something is not right in my body. I know it, guys. I know it. I know myself. Something is not right. Then to think of it, 5 years later, I wind up contracting COVID last week. Make that make sense to me. And I told my doctor ever since that went down, something is not right in my body. Something's not right. And when I tell them, they like pass it off. They don't want to admit nothing. These doctors, they don't want to admit that what they did to people was a bunch of nonsense, and and thinking that they was doing good for humanity. They was doing just playing what they want to do. That Dr. Fuji or whatever his name, Fungi, whatever his damn name is, right? Everybody complained about the same thing. So I went to my doctor and I told him, I said, ever since, he was like, he didn't entertain it. They know, guys, they know. These doctors know it was all for show. And years later, I wind up 5 years later, contracted COVID. Make that make sense to me. Make that make sense to me. Make no sense. No sense whatsoever. My whole family had it. And and I'm a pretty healthy guy. I work out, eat right and water and all them things that it's weird, guys. It's weird. And I told my doctor, I said, listen, doc, something's not right. something is not right, doc. He didn't entertain it. I said, something is not right. Ever since, guys, something is not right in my body. Something is not right. And I'm gonna go back to the doctor Monday and I'm gonna tell him. I said, listen, ever since that day, and I don't, and I'm telling you, it's something is wrong because they the one was saying, oh, you're never going to get COVID, you're never going to do this, you're never going to get that, never going to get that. And it seemed everybody don't want to speak about it because for 1 minute you have a lot of big time people in Hollywood and big time podcasters. They don't want to mention it. Oh, the thing. Oh, what the hell? You stop talking in codes. I don't understand. I be keeping it real. So, and ever since, guys, something is not right in my body. And a lot of people saying the same thing. Something is not right. And I'm gonna go to the doctor Monday and I'm gonna tell him. And I'm still people, this is something is not right. Something is not right. And I'm gonna go there Monday. I'm gonna tell my doctor again. Okay. I just got a complete physical, blood work, urine, and all for the colon, all of that, nothing. Everything is negative. Everything is negative. My blood pressure is good, 122 over. Under good blood pressure. Everything. No diabetes, no high cholesterol, none of that. No thyroid, no kidney problem, nothing, guys. But ever since I took, you know what? Ever since I'm not myself. I know it. I know it, guys. 100% I know it. But yet, we sit here, we don't want to talk about it. If you go on different platforms, they don't want to ding you, they do this and that. Listen, when you make a certain video on certain platform, they don't push it because they don't want the algorithm do not want that to go out. Keep it real. But that neither here or there. But you know, I mean, it's sad. It's but like I said, this young girl, she's not taking no type of accountability for her action, and that is where I stand. She needs to be held accountable. I don't care what people say. Oh, it was accident. She needs to be held accountable because if this girl is not taught a lesson, knowing that her action, what she did, is wrong, then she's gonna have a problem in the world. She's gonna walk around in this world, think she's entitled to get things, and she's not entitled. You cannot walk around and say you're entitled for what, but she have a attitude like she's better than, I'm entitled, I'm not wrong, I'm right all the time. You know what I mean? And because the way she speak, I, I, I. I mean, it's sad, guys, but what can you say? Guys, I'm gonna be on for another, I don't know, couple, maybe I've been on for like 2 hours now. Almost two, let me see. Hour and 30 minutes, not bad. Hour and 30 minutes, guys. Hour and 30 minutes. So how's everyone doing in the chat, guys? I appreciate everyone coming to chat this morning. All right, guys. I'll probably be on for another hour, not another 5 minutes because I don't need to be on. If I had a guest, we're gonna have some guests on shortly. In the future, some guests gonna come on, guys. But like I said, the hats are coming on Monday, and I might do a live. I might do a live of with the hats on Monday. Um, Also, I'm going to do a live on TikTok with it. Also, I'm going to do a live on YouTube. I'm going to do a live on Instagram, and I'm going to do a live on Facebook. All platforms, I will do a live, displaying the hats, and just showing people the different flavors. We have 7 different flavors, guys. I really like Soul 2 hats because I ordered a hat for Harlem Bay people. She I don't know if I have. Let me see if I have. Let me see if I have the pictures of the hats. Let me see. I think I have them in here. I think I too. I'm not sure. No, I don't have them in here. Let me just double check. I don't think I have them in this extra phone. Do I have them in here? I don't think so, guys. I'm not sure if I have them in here. I'm not. Hold on one second, guys.